with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Our 24-hour temperature cast starting with those pretty warm numbers, and they're going to perk themselves up probably into the mid-90s. How far into the 90s they go, just like every other day, it depends on when we get those showers, and the sooner we get those showers, the better our chances to have those numbers stay a little bit more manageable. But as humid as it is outside, boy, is it ever going to feel really hot and uncomfortable out there. That's why we've got the heat advisories. Expectations are it's going to feel like it's up near 110. Some spots will feel like it's even hotter than that for a good while this afternoon. Now on the satellite radar composite, I don't see a lot going on around here just yet. Yeah, we've got a few clouds in a couple of spots, but most of the showers dried up last night. I think something similar will happen today, where we get some showers and storms in the afternoon, can absolutely have some downpours, some big rainfall amounts, and then they'll eventually fizzle out by the time we get to midnight, maybe a little bit beyond. You can see that over there up in the Texas coast, that's Hurricane Beryl, and that's going to be a big problem for Texas as we go through the day. 79 our temperature this morning in Tallahassee, 77 for Thomasville and for Valdosta. Dew point numbers are also in the mid-70s, so it's really hot, it's really humid. It's the way it's been, and it's going to be the way it's going to be for another couple of days. Most of our temperatures are 75 and up, and that is likely where they're going to stay. Now, a little breeze might make it feel a little less uncomfortable outside for the time being. If there's a little bit of a breeze, it's from the south, and it's generally 5-6 miles per hour or lower, and that means we're going to be on the lookout for some patchy fog. So far, I don't see much. Camilla, our visibility is down to 5 miles. Thomasville, our visibility is down to 7 miles. Now, on the future cast, we get to 2-3 o'clock, and I do think we start to see some of those showers generate, just like they did yesterday, and they did on Saturday, and it'll be very similar, I think, for the next couple of days. So much available warm, humid, unstable air. Really good chances to pop up those showers. But remember, these are the scattered showers. They come, they move on. There can be some big wind gusts. There can be some heavy downpours. Some spots may never see a single drop. It's not like it's one big organized wave of rain where everyone gets in on. This is going to be those pop-up flash and dash type showers. Some areas just don't get the benefit of those showers, where it stays hotter and more humid for longer and stays dry, while other areas maybe get a little too much rain all at once. That's how these work, and I think that's what we're looking at for the next couple of days. Very similar. With so much available moisture, all we need is that sea breeze to get going and little pockets of instability, and that's where the showers start doing their thing. I think today, tomorrow, Wednesday are all fairly similar looking days. All right, let's talk about Hurricane Beryl. The 80 mile per hour sustained winds near that core. That's enough to keep it a hurricane, a minimal hurricane, but a hurricane nevertheless. As it makes its way inland, that's going to work its way north and eventually get absorbed in the main flow and lose its tropical characteristics. But it's going to be a rain producer for a big chunk of eastern Texas, and maybe up through parts of Arkansas, Missouri, and eventually into some of the Midwest. Never is that going to be an impact for our area. Never was. Now, here's what it looks like on the satellite. And you can see not just the darker colors that are there, maybe just a little bit towards the south and west of Houston, but you can see some of those spiral bands that make it almost all the way up towards New Orleans or Jackson, Mississippi. So it's still a very large system when you factor in all the expanse from it, and you can see a couple of those bands maybe getting up in some of the Louisiana coastline. But the main rain this morning is going to be around Texas, up near Houston, and maybe up towards Austin, Texas. So it's going to be a real soggy day. There's that eye, pretty well intact still over there. So yeah, making landfall, bringing lots of rain, and it's going to bring some significant storm surge over there too. So a busy day for Texas, not going to come to our side of the Gulf Coast. Close to home, winds out of the south and southwest, 5 to 15, seas 2 to 4 feet. We'll put a light chop in the protected waters, so not a terrible day for the boaters, but I wouldn't go too far offshore because you'll start to maybe find some of those swells the further west you go. 70s and 80s this morning, hazy sunshine, warm, muggy. Notice the rain chances like 40%, but up to 70% this afternoon. Very similar to what we had yesterday and Saturday, and I think this is really going to be the pattern that we're in at least through tomorrow and Wednesday. Maybe for the second half of the week, we can start to dry things out a little bit. I just don't see anything cooling off. Rarely do we cool off in July around here. More mid-70s and upper 70s for the overnight temperatures. And there's that 7-day forecast where it's still lots of mid-90s and up. It's still lots of humidity. The thing that helps us out, the showers. When we get it, feels maybe a little less hot and sticky outside, but it doesn't look like it's going to get much less hot or sticky anytime soon.